Horticulture is the most highly esteemed of all amusements, and nothing contributes more to a good and virtuous citizenry than the occupations of the countryside and the study of nature. May 22, 1806, Rosalie Steer Calvert.
The Riversdale Garden is a representation of the land cultivation by the Steers and the Calverts in the early 19th century. Many of the plants grown here are mentioned in Rosalie Calvert's letters, and all planted varieties are known to have been grown in the Heritage Area region during this time period. Henry Steer, the first owner of Riversdale, arrived in the Heritage Area from present-day Belgium during the French Revolution, bringing with him a passion for gardening. He planted thousands of tulips and hyacinths on the grounds, and his collection was well known among early plantation owners and horticulturalists. When he returned to Europe in 1803, he passed Riversdale to his youngest daughter, Rosalie, who had married into the Calvert family. She shared Henry's passion for horticulture. These fields and gardens utilized the hands of a combined enslaved and servant workforce. She specifically referenced an enslaved man named John and an unnamed indentured servant as supporting the gardens. Rosalie also wrote of the Battle of Bladensburg in 1814, and the event is commemorated today with an annual reenactment. Charles Benedict Calvert took over the Riversdale estate from his parents in 1838. His work would be recognized for progressive farming practices in animal husbandry, fertilization, and building design. He laid the groundwork for what would become the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the University of Maryland. Heirloom varieties of food crops and flowers can be seen throughout the year in the gardens. Riversdale's gardens are divided into 8 square beds. 2 are formal gardens with oyster shell paths and plantings of annual herbs and flowers. Gardens like these would have been placed close to the home as a sign of beauty and wealth. The next perennial beds contain asparagus plants, rose bushes, and fruiting strawberries, among others.
The flower bulbs, which arrived in the best possible condition, I planted them myself with the greatest care. I looked forward with so much anticipation to seeing them bloom, and boasted to everyone that I now had the most beautiful collection in America. Rosalie Steer Calvert.
The remaining beds function as part of a crop rotation schedule with plantings of seasonal produce, common field crops, and annual flowers. These gardens also host a fruit tree orchard with tart cherries, plums, and Kiefer pears, as well as raspberries, figs, and flowers growing along the fence. Visitors can participate in a variety of programs held at the museum, today owned by the Maryland National Capital Parks and Planning Commission. These programs include summer camps, open houses, and lectures. Because of its unique connection to the agricultural history, the lives of residents, the connections to the long history of the region, Riversdale and its gardens are Maryland milestones.